And then he said it. He said, "You're not a teacher." But I refuse to hear from them and you a prelude to assume that I am not a teacher. Although I only have a degree in life, and my fellowship follow-ups in Iowa workshops has Zélé Sarbonne looking like an empty Fort Knox of golden bygones, where I sacrifice my entireties daily, with no days off in this eternal combustive tactical combine to polish each letter like Stanislav. Of perpetual turbines, electrical thoroughfares on beheading the UB-Knots Jaja Binks in my think tanks of truth essentials, covertly exposing the governmental rat-finks corrupted hijinks, wheel to wand of uber-blank sentimentals, and the sound of another dropout sneaking out the schoolhouse slams in our faces, because I'm not there. Then where do you teach, DJ? Well, I give it out to the open mics, cafes, or streets where I roam. You see, my resume lies deep between the lines in this here poem. See, Professor, I have picked bums up off of their last hopes, put a Canterbury tale inside of their pipes to smoke, under their bottle of vodka, leaving the shredded documents of Diogenes that shows that the Dead Sea Scrolls are alive and freshly breathing. And then I'll take that worthless needle in his veins and begin to weave a true tale, threading deep into his brains of the Cathari sect temples of the society-murdering Illuminati, buried in the written-in-bones gravestones of Anacreon and John Paul Sartre. Or a New Age barbarian bred from Isis, more like Horus the Taurus than Osiris, with his pipeline of slaves coursing through the earth's crust, and how it makes Guantanamo Bay look like a schoolyard bully playing tricks on a Melrose Place bus. And I know that even saying the name Mahasad Bhakti could silence me from the ex-clan of the cruelest, but that's the kind of teacher I am. I'd rather run into their guns than hide from their bullets, and the sound of another dropout sneaking out the schoolhouse slams in our faces, because I'm not there. And the poverty-stricken kids on blacktops with no ideals, labeled as failures with no one to turn to. In a world where hand-me-down history only repeats itself on another failed science test of existence, why should they remain in classes? As caste system math equations keep on erasing their chalkboards of evolution, evading their paramount questions of why and how, are continuously ignored by robotic curriculums in a sit-up-straight mentality of one-hour inquisitions with inept clock anticipators, leaving them stumped and once again all alone while not even handing them a difference mirror. That's why they succeed through these iron jungles, selling drugs or designing gang sign codes of merit, because they found temporary relief from the pain by extrapolating their own theorems. And the sound of another dropout sneaking out the schoolhouse slams in our faces, because I'm not there. You see, this is your choice, kid. You've got a choice, kid. Also taught a young girl how to crawl back from the dead instead of being misled by defunct peers or daddy's insecure brutalities, telling her to remain a casualty, to die, or to just give up. She read my bestseller entitled My Palm, Pulse, and Brow, asking me how do I teach the unwritten truths, while crying and dragging herself across a Civil War floor, hanging on to these broken roots. And she said, "You're the reason I'm still here. But from the last time we spoke, you didn't teach me anything. You didn't say a word to just bear the wisdoms of this blind malevolence. You didn't say anything to heal me of this violence. You weren't preaching or selling your beliefs to me. You stayed in place and did nothing to shake me from this disease. You stared quietly but wouldn't speak or break the pounding silence. Your eyes remained deadlocked to my bleeding whispers, but unvocal to what I thought I really needed. Speechless. Because for the first time, someone gave me so much more than just the time of day. A glare that cleansed and absolved me like the Pathagos fountains, because you didn't say a damn word. You just sat there and listened. And the sound of another dropout sneaking out the schoolhouse slams in our faces, because I'm right here.